Yeah, guys, we got to talk about summer fragrances. So yeah, summer 2023. We got to talk about summer fragrances. Must-haves for your summer, this summer. Stuff you got to have. Now, as always, I thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you hit that subscribe button. But let's talk about this. Unisex, men's fragrances. Let's get into it. I have about 6 fragrances here with me right now that I would like to talk about that I feel that you need to have. But the first one we're going to talk about is Nishane's Wūlong Chá. Now, for Nishane's Wūlong Chá, it's a beautiful fragrance. Citrusy, fresh. Every time you smell it, it smells like you're smelling a green tea mixed with lemon. I mean, it is so unique in its own way. I've never had a fragrance like this. I've really never smelled a fragrance like this. Such a cool looking bottle, such a nice cap, very heavy, probably heavier than the bottle. I mean, honestly, it adds a lot of weight to it, but what a great fragrance. Now for this, at the top notes you're gonna have is bergamot, Litsi Cubeba, orange, tangerine, very citrusy when it opens up. But the Litsi Cubeba gives it this very lemony feel, and it's very official in that way. And in the heart notes, basically, you're gonna have oolong tea and nutmeg. The oolong tea is going to give you that green tea feel, that beautifully musky kind of lemony green tea feel that you're going to get out of this. Is that mixture of the Litsi Cubeba and the oolong tea. It is quite amazing. It's just, I can't get over how much I love this fragrance ever since I first laid my nose to it. And in the base, you're going to have fig and you're going to have musk. Now, you wouldn't think that that would be a very long-lasting fragrance with just fig and musk. Like I said, it has this musky kind of green tea feel. It lasts a long time. I mean, it is an extrait de parfum, so as opposed to an eau de parfum, this is a little bit more concentrated and really just quality juice right here. You're gonna want to check this out. I think it is a unisex fragrance. I think any woman could like this. I think any man with an adventurous mind could like this. And me, I'm very open-minded, but I find this to be quite amazing. Moving right along, our next fragrance we will be talking about is Paco Rabanne's Invictus Platinum. For this bad boy, I think Paco Rabanne's fragrances in general, I think you need to be prepared to understand it is going to be synthetic. It is going to smell quite synthetic, but it's well blended. It doesn't smell cheap. It doesn't smell out of whack. They're usually very well blended. I just think I need to put that out there for anybody who's never really dealt with a Paco Rabanne fragrance. Now, with that being said, I do think this is an amazing summer fragrance. I think it's something you need to have in your collection. You're gonna have in here mint, absinthe, cypress, lavender, patchouli, grapefruit. Now, what I get from this, honestly, is very green, very citrusy, very fresh. Like I said, a slight synthetic. You're going to get the grapefruit at the top, and you're going to get some of that absinthe and some of that mint. I think that mixed with the cypress gives it a very projected feel. I think that some people don't like it because of, I think absinthe and mint can kind of throw people's palates off. But I think when you blend it as well as you did with this fragrance, it smells very smooth and it smells very welcoming. It smells very almost addictive, because when I smell this, I always want to smell it. Like, this is oh man, like, I really enjoy this. I actually think I'm going to wear it today. And yes, while I'm sitting here basking in it, that smell is just, it smells so great. But this is going to be very linear. There's not going to be very top, middle, base in this. You're going to get what you smell is going to be all the way through when I say linear. This is a scent that I believe is, it's a little masculine, but I believe it could be unisex. I believe a woman could wear this with confidence and smell very good, and a guy would probably be like, what the hell are you wearing? Because of that sweetness from the grapefruit and the citrus. But yeah, I think this can be worn all the time. I think this is a very versatile scent. check it out. It is very, very, very good for the Paco Rabanne line of what they try to accomplish with their Invictus. Now we're going to be moving right along to the House of Labos Santal 33. This one, an acquired taste, but I think such a quality fragrance, it has to be included. Now, I don't know about you, but when I think Santal, I think sandalwood. It's immediately where my mind goes to with fragrance. And this would be no exception. I mean, it is dominated by the Australian sandalwood, cedarwood, papyrus, violet, ambroxan, some leather in there, and I believe some cardamom to kind of warm it out. I mean, some people don't like this fragrance. I mean, honestly, but I think a more mature nose, that's, you got to remember, I think when you think 27 and up, I think somebody can really appreciate this, especially when you get into your 30s and even early 40s. You spray this on, it will project. The longevity is there. It is an eau de parfum, but at the same time, it's just such quality juice that, like, it just lasts. I mean, I've worn this and there was, I think 5-7 hours went by and somebody seen me out and about and was like, wow, you smell really good. And I was like, oh, wow, you still smell that? Like, the Santal 33 really does the job. I mean, it's one of the more expensive colognes when we're talking like into the 200 range. But I think when you want quality, you pay for it. And that's really what it's all about. And our next cologne we're going to be talking about, next fragrance, a beautiful one, comes from a line that does very well, all-time selling, and we're talking about Acqua Eau de Parfum. Comes from a line that is one of the best-selling. I always say that. One of the best-selling men's fragrances of all time. I'm not huge on the original EDT. I used to wear it when I was younger. I feel like I've smelled it so many times throughout history that it kind of just turned me away from the Acqua line in general. That being said, I did come back to it as I've started to collect my fragrance collection. And this and the Profundo, I mean, they just really do it for me. I haven't got my nose on the Absolute yet. I plan on getting it. But this has brought me back to liking Acqua in general. Like, wow, I actually enjoy them again. And it's because this smoothed it out so much. I mean, this with the marine notes and the tangerine orange at the top, it really just does it for me. I love that smoothness it has. It's more mature. It's not so young. It doesn't feel so dated. It's definitely brought it modern. Like, this is and I love the look of the bottle, the clear look all the way through to the bottom. With the black cap and the letters, just so coordinated. It's like they knew what they were doing. With this, you also have Provocal Clary Sage, Provocal Lavender, some Haitian Vetiver at the base, some Guatemala Patchouli. This is truly a fragrance you can enjoy all the time. I believe you can wear this day or night in the summer. I would not wear this in the cold months at all. Like we said, we're talking summer, right? So yes, we're wearing this for summer. But summer nights, I feel like you can get a lot of compliments. I've worn it a couple times out so far, and I've gotten a compliment so far. Just one. I've only had it for about 3 weeks, but I've worn it once or twice, and I gotten a compliment so far. So people do like this, and it was from a woman, it wasn't from a guy. I think it pleases women. I do think this is masculine. I don't really quite say unisex, but hey, if you're a woman with confidence, why not try to pull it off? Coming up to the end here now, and one of the last ones we're going to be talking about, again, from the house of Nishane Hacivat. Now, this is considered fruity fresh, and a lot would consider this to be a Creed Aventus clone. I mean, yeah, I guess it smells a little like Creed Aventus, honestly. It smells pretty damn good, honestly. But I think it's doing its own thing. And unlike Creed Aventus and all the ones that try to replicate it, like Mont Blanc Explorer and others, I think that this is just so quality with the smokiness, and I think it's just a little bit more fruity. I think it's a little more juicy. I think this is a little bit more pleasing to women. I know that the Creed Aventus is like God of all gods amongst men when it comes to, you know, using a fragrance. But for me, I think this is a better fragrance. I think this is one of the best fragrances ever made. And it's definitely one of my favorites in my collection. So, I mean, hey, whatever. I love it. And it's masculinity all day. Now, on the top, you're going to have pineapple, grapefruit and bergamot. In the heart notes, you're gonna have cedarwood, patchouli, and jasmine. In the base, you're gonna have oak moss and cedarwood, but I think this is just a masterpiece, and it's a little pricey, but I think it's worth every damn penny. For our last fragrance up, I believe is one of the most versatile fragrances you can use in pretty much all seasons, but I think it is a killer for summer and the hot weather, and that's Dior Homme, the 2020 version. It's considered woody fresh. It's got the little bit of citrus at the top with the bergamot as pink pepper, LMI resin, Atlas cedar. It has patchouli, musk. I mean, this is a damn good fragrance right here. This is, I mean, it just agrees with my skin. I've gotten tons of compliments on this. I probably will never go without it. I can almost guarantee you that. Now this, I think, is one of the most wearable of all time for a Dior cologne. I think the Dior Homme Sport is something you wear when you want to, you know, work out, you're going out, you're just kind of on the move for the day. I mean, this could be going to work fragrance. This could be you're just moving around for the day. You could wear it when you're playing sports. I wouldn't spray much of it, but I mean, when you're going out with the boys, you're handling business, you got a date night, this is going to make you smell like a masculine individual, like you know what you're doing and like you know what you want. I just think this brings them in. This is a standard when it comes to colognes, and in the summer, I think you need a standard. This is it. Now, hey, like always, I would love to hear from all of you in the comments. I would love to know what are some of your summer fragrances you're wearing this summer, or any of these in your collection. Let me know. Like and subscribe. Love y'all. Take care.
Made it out the hood, now they wanna hate. Yeah.